I want to talk a little bit about the community project that that Lion World Travel has chosen to support. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
We're involved with Amy Biehl. Amy Biehl is an American lady who went into the townships to help. And unfortunately, she was caught in crossfire of when they had some issues going on in the townships, and she was killed. And her mother decided that instead of having these guys go to jail, she preferred that they started a foundation in her daughter's name where they taught kids in the afternoon to keep them off the streets and out of gangs. And the two guys are there. I met them. They help these kids. They have a garden. They have music lessons in the afternoon. They have dance lessons. It's actually amazing. It's really, and Travel Corporation is very involved with the Amy Biehl Foundation.
And these were the two men that were responsible for her death.
Yeah.
How did her mother speak to them and convince them to take on this project?
I guess she went to court to speak on their behalf, and that was the only way that they wouldn't go to jail, was actually to come and do this. And they're wonderful young men. They got caught up in everything as well. And I was quite taken aback because I didn't realize I would actually meet them. And they're wonderful young men. They're out there, they're teaching, they're helping, they're making sure the kids don't go the same way that they did, don't belong to the gangs, and have somewhere in the afternoons to go. So I think that's quite a great project.
I think that's a great example that it's about teaching us how to look a little deeper into the communities in which we travel and not take it for granted that we can sum up a situation by merely looking at it, but that we have to dive a little bit deeper into it.
I mean, can you imagine a mother having that much compassion and realizing that for her daughter, and her daughter's legacy is so much more now. I'm not sure that I could have that capacity to do that. And you realize how important it is that you do have that forgiveness, which I think is what Mandela taught everybody, after apartheid, that it was so important to forgive and move forwards, which is what South Africa's about. So.
Well, I mean, I was going to ask you the question, which we had spoken about earlier, in terms of, how has travel really impacted your life? I think you've answered a lot of that. And I think that shows the true value of what travel can do for a person in terms of changing their outlook, changing their perspective, and changing their behavior.
Yeah.
So it seems really befitting that between TreadRight Foundation, Lion World Travel, and looking at how those relationships can continue to impact other travelers, that you are creating opportunities for future caregivers by giving them an experience in a culture and potentially with these magnificent animals.
I agree. I think a trip to Africa in any way, shape, or form is life-changing.